How's everybody doing today? This is another part of the story of Nate Dogg, Big Nate, from Porterville, from the West Side. I'm gonna tell you how and why he died, got murdered, was set up. You know. Well, when we first went to YA, let's say the man was a committing offense, the guy who died, no disrespect. His son, we knew his son, we knew his brother. I grew up with these guys. See, it all started, my dad got stabbed in his back, tried to kill my dad, you know. I was at the house when it happened. You know, I was gonna try to go to the hospital with him, but by the time I went to get my shoes on, I walk outside and he's gone. They're leaving, driving down the street. And the dude who stabbed my dad is right there in front of the pad, dude. So you're like, what the? And there's 3 other guys there that didn't do nothing. Crazy. I ended up picking up a broomstick, chase this fool down, try to eventually. But he done burned into my brother and my 2 homeboys down the street. It was by driving in Porterville on Putnam. And Patsy. And when my brother came going towards our house, he bumped right into the guy who just stabbed my dad. Well, one of the other homeboys had told my brother, just in case, let's take a bat. You never know. Well, they're on their way. When they run into him, the dude who just stabbed my dad pulled out a knife from my brother. You know, my brother's a junior. So, when he pulled a knife from my brother, tried to shank him, it was like it was a sword. My brother, they handed a baseball bat. You know, they handed it to him. And, you know, and back then, me and my brother used to play baseball. We played Little League. Well, by the time I was running from down the street, because he was about 100 yards ahead of me, and my brother hit me, fell to the ground, and when I ran up, I kicked him a few times, and, you know, the other homeboy didn't do nothing. Everything I say right now is all convicted, time done. Even the last story. This ain't nothing that nobody was convicted or told on. Well, when we all went to jail. We fled the scene. Went and hid the knives. Tossed a baseball bat over his kid's house we knew, fence. Eventually we go to jail, and you know how it is. It's crazy. You know, one day you're outside, next day you're inside, being told what to do. You don't ever want that. So we had to adapt to the situation. Well, when we rolled up in there, the Visalia Juvenile Hall, Tulare County, in Visalia, they threw everybody else in the other tanks. Me and my brother in one tank, Nate in the other tank, and they threw me with the broads and the other little youngsters because they had to separate us. So I was in there with Southsiders, and their mother homie came, and they used to switch us back and forth. Put him on lockdown, me lockdown. You know, because we couldn't talk about our case. Well, we fought our charges for 6 months. You know, my brother and the other one with Tiny went to YA in, I think, July of '95. I ended up splitting in August 7th of '95 to NRCC. You know, well, I forgot to mention the guy who was a victim. Let's say his the dude, we'll call him the boogeyman. He was known. His name was something like that. Well, this guy used to run the streets. He was crazy. He was in YA before us, and he used to. We knew him. We knew all these guys. You know. Yeah, so we ended up killing the boogeyman's uncle, who died. You know, so the boogeyman used to run the town of Porterville. And he turned all these other guys against us. So they're either with him or against him. Well, the boogeyman was really crazy. Well, the boogeyman ended up killing my homeboy later. 13 years later. People don't realize the situation and everything that went down. You know, when Big Nate Dogg died, he would live 5 days. You know, they had a meeting, and they set him up, you know. They wanted revenge from when we were juveniles. That's why you always gotta keep an eye out. You know, where everybody's scared of the boogeyman, you know, so the boogeyman made everybody do what he wanted them to do. You know? People were so fearful. I mean, it was crazy. These guys would be in 2-3 carloads packed full of dudes, gang members, waiting for smoke, looking for smoke. There wasn't a time when I was growing, posted up there, I didn't have a black eye like once a month. I was on parole for 7 years, from 18 to 25. Kept going in and out. So right when a couple years after I got a parole, I moved out of Porterville because there's nothing there. No drugs, crime, gangs. You know, we gotta grow up and learn to explore, see what's out there. You know? The best thing I miss about that is the mountains and the rivers. You know? It's been a long time. Well, maybe I'll continue on the next guy and get down to the brass taxes. Nah. It's crazy, it's crazy. Gnarly times. And this is Gnarly Vato.